Have you ever wondered how a king, believed to be chosen by God, could end up on the executioner's block, condemned by his own people? This is the story of Charles I, a monarch whose reign plunged England into a bloody civil war and forever changed the course of British history. So, how did it all go so wrong? Well, it started with a clash of ideas. Charles was a firm believer in the divine right of kings. In his mind, his authority came directly from God, and he wasn't required to answer to anyone on earth, especially not Parliament. Parliament, on the other hand, was growing in power and believed it had the right to a say in how the country was run, particularly when it came to taxes. This tension wasn't just about power, it was also about religion. Charles's attempts to impose a more ceremonial, formal style of worship on the Church of England made many Protestants nervous. They feared he was secretly trying to push the country back towards Catholicism. His marriage to a French Catholic princess, Henrietta Maria, didn't help matters at all. These disagreements over money, power, and faith weren't just quiet debates. They exploded. Charles tried to rule without Parliament for 11 years, a period known as the personal rule. But when he needed money for a war with Scotland, he was forced to call them back. This time, Parliament wasn't going to be pushed around. They passed laws to limit the king's power and even put some of his closest advisors on trial. The standoff escalated until 1642, when Charles famously tried to arrest 5 members of Parliament. This was the final straw. It showed he was willing to use force against his opponents, and it shattered any remaining trust. England split into 2 camps: the Royalists, or Cavaliers, who supported the king, and the Parliamentarians, or Roundheads. The English Civil War had begun. After years of brutal fighting, the Parliamentarian army, led by the brilliant military strategist Oliver Cromwell, gained the upper hand. King Charles was captured, but even then, many couldn't imagine putting a king on trial. Yet, the radical elements in the army pushed forward. They put Charles I on trial for treason, arguing he had waged war against his own people. In January 1649, the unthinkable happened. Charles was found guilty and sentenced to death. On a cold morning, he walked to a scaffold built outside the banqueting house in London and was executed. His death sent shockwaves across Europe and marked a pivotal moment, proving that not even a king was above the law. Thanks for watching. If you found this piece of history fascinating, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. See you next time.